conversation will rule the nation on face-to-face basis when we blast off. It's real on the dance floor, on the turf of the court. Yeah, we here for the sport, so take your mask off so I can hear your ass talk. Let me hear you explain. Hold the thoughts on your brain. Is your ass smart? Spit facts and real talk. I need that shit from the street that make you think real deep and take a long walk. This podcast is hella lit with my man JD Fence and Skizzo Blizzard.
Money Wells.
New music.
You wanna be the queen of diamonds, shining.
Huh?
You wanna be the queen of clubs,
All this y'all haven't heard yet.
That COVID music, shit, I feel like Khaled. Let's go, T. Cruz. Money Wells.
Money Wells, really? That's what it is.
if you are the queen of diamonds, shining. I make sure that you have enough thing.
It's alright right here, man.
Yeah, hold on, here go my part. Hey. Oh, I like this.
That's what's coming.
You wanna be the queen of diamonds, shining. You wanna be the queen of clubs, clubbing. You wanna be the queen of spades, you wildin'.
Huh?
You wanna be the queen of hearts,
Shout out to T. Cruz, Money Wells.
shining. You wanna be the queen of clubs, clubbing. You wanna be the queen of spades, you wildin'. You wanna be the queen of hearts, clubbing. If you want the queen of spades,
King Lee's.
Oh yeah, we gotta play some of them in the outro too. Pick another song. Nah, I think this,
Go, man.
this the only one I heard.
Yeah, man. Via Sergi Virgie, nigga. You know what it is, baby. You know what it is, man. Thanks for linking us, man. Trash Master KRS-One.
We got Sergio in the house, man. He been fucking MIA for a few weeks and shit. I guess his check bounced that we gave him. I don't know what's the deal.
But he about to rebound like Dennis Rodman. Trust that.
Tonight's free.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. The game's the
Don't
game,
you
baby.
slow.
Listen, man. Yo, that was nice, man. Listen, we're gonna intro in with that. But also we're gonna outro with something else. That's Money Wells, man, T. Cruz, man. Definitely check out the podcast, man. Mask Uncovered, man. Welcome back, family, friends.
You know it.
This is what it is, man. Mask Uncovered podcast. Thanks for tuning in again. Subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. And always, this is J Defense.
Your boy Hollywood Skiz. Like, comment, shit, show some support. We say this every week, but we're gonna say it every week, man.
Yo, we did get one extra like last week, so you know what? Like, you know, we build it. Listen, we gonna crawl.
I think he unsubscribed,
listen. Well, then we need another. So that means we need another two to
That nigga was
start.
blind and deaf.
Double tap and tap out and tap back in.
Sometimes you mean to scroll up, but you hit it twice. You be like, "Oh man, let me." I ain't mean to. Man, I done tapped a few undisclosed videos that I didn't mean to, and I had to untap it.
Hey,
but
we take one a month. Shit, nigga.
Listen.
By the time we 60 something, we have a couple thousand.
that's all. Listen, that's all we looking for. The slow climb. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, y'all better start doing y'all thing, man. We trying to do ours, man. Like, listen, we
Tell
showing
your
up,
mamas,
man.
mamas, daddies, daddies. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all rock with us when y'all see us. Don't look like it.
Yeah, and do like y'all do with them taxes, man. Trying to claim them kids and all that stuff. Claim these likes, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Tell them kids that y'all putting on your tax returns to go ahead on and subscribe. All they gotta do is hit the subscribe button and like the channel, man. As always, man.
But we fucking with y'all. We see a little bit of the growth. We see it. You know what I mean? Just a little more. That's all we saying.
And as always, you know what it is, how we start off our Mask Uncovered podcast, man. We always do it with the Hollywood Skizzo Blizzo. Yo, that shit, yeah, I know everybody at home know the same old thing. Yo, what's the drink of the day?
Space.
Oh, is it the
drink
Ace
of
of
the
Spades?
day.
Oh,
I got
thought the drink of the day was
I got a
Ace of
good one,
Spades.
man. Genie in the bottle. Brand new, you know what I'm saying? You heard it here first, original.
Now that don't look brand new.
Oh man, this is what you do first, man. You make a wish before you make your drink. Y'all see that?
So they got to go to the Dollar Tree first, get one of the.
It's off the table now.
Oh,
that's part of the drink. But here we go. We got that 1800 tequila, silver edition and shit. We low. Damn, Jay, what the fuck?
Listen, I started off earlier last year. I started off earlier last year. So but now we got it down to that.
Got to be silver.
Not
half
gold.
full. I go half full.
But the genie in the bottle is gold.
I made my wish too. I forgot to tell you, but before you drink the drink, make a wish. Got the Sprite. I mean, before you drink
wish you hurry up and make this
raspberry
drink.
lime.
Come on,
cuz this is good shit right here. Raspberry lime, polar.
I thought you was gonna
make your wish.
Wish this nigga. All right.
Cheers. We on one.
Once again, it's on. You a tarantula now?
Shit was excellent.
Hey, I'm gonna have to try that after the podcast.
But what we doing, cuz?
You tell me, man, like, what's the science behind what you got going on, man? People want to know who you are, what you got going on, and how you are on Masculine Cover Podcast.
Every week you all see every other week you've been seeing a guest, or we've been having guests on the pods, doing interviews. But a lot of people ask me, like, what are you guys about? Like, who are you? Who's JD? You know what I mean? We've never introduced ourselves, told you where we come from, our story, or any of that. So tonight, briefly, we're going to let you guys know who each of us are and what this podcast, what we put this podcast to do. So, my name, Hollywood Skiz, brand new name. I've never been Hollywood Skiz. It's just a character. Like, what's that? Charleston White. I'm fucking with him.
Till the camera came on, that's when you turned Hollywood on us.
Oh, I thought this shit wasn't on. Oh, say you were fucked up again. But anyway, I grew up in the hood, Mount Pleasant, Orchard Park, in between there, little gang banging, little drug selling, did a little time, got out, got my shit right, hooked up with JD. He had an idea. Well, he was doing the podcast before me with This Should Stop podcast with Dre. It was just you and Dre, right? At that time.
Boston Craft, Machine Gun Johnny, shout out, baby.
Yeah, so he knew I talked a little shit. He thought I'd be good, you know what I'm saying? We'd have some chemistry, and that's how that shit went. And so far, we struggling, we grinding, but we still together. We fight, we argue, you know what I mean. But we getting it together. And platform really is just right now it's Boston based, but that's not the goal. The goal is to reach the world. But what we're doing is just try to put out a platform to for people who can't speak, or people in the city who's coming up with music, community activists. It's just a positive platform for a lot of people who don't have outlets. And that's our basic goal, is just to, help people grow as we grow. And I don't know if you want to say something, Cuzzo, but...
Yeah, definitely, people that know me funk with me, man. Listen, defense, man, y'all know me, man, all through Beantown, man, but definitely, got Bones in there, spent some time Mission, Heath, Dog, definitely did my mad years up in OP, the projects, man, so inner city, that's what it is, man. Southie grad, everybody know what that is, man. Shout out to all my ball players down there that got it in when I was rocking out with y'all. But either way, man, so I actually spent some time in school instead of going away to the pen. I was one of them niggas that was able to throw that thing away. Allegedly, some things I might
escaped to Rico.
Allegedly, some things that I was tied to or played with, whatever. Listen, college educated, man, not afraid of it, not scared to say it. Got my associates, got my bachelor's. So that's what this whole spin is cats that, grew up a certain way. You don't have to always end up the way you see most of your peers. You know what I mean? A lot of my peers, dead or in jail, will spend time in jail. It's good to see a lot of my peers now out after they missed time in their kids' lives doing so much better, like with the younger kids now. Like, I got some cats that's 50 years old that now got 4-year-old, 5-year-olds. I'm going to a birthday party. I'm going to a birthday party. Well, listen, I'm just saying, like, no, real talk. Like, but also,
it's too real.
but the most important part about that is not just that y'all having seeds, is that y'all involved in the kids' lives. So when we was 18, 19, it was cats wasn't bringing the kids around. Cats was like, oh yeah, I got to see by that chick up there or chick over there, and like we didn't even know baby mama's name, we didn't know kids' names. Then when the kid was like 5 or 6, we'd see old boy with the kid like, oh yeah, listen, I just bought my son, my daughter some new sneakers, some new Timbs. It was what it was. I'm not knocking that. All I'm saying is that was the game then. I knew I didn't want to fall victim to that. And now, pushing that positive note is having these 40 plus people up here on the podcast saying, this is what I did back then. Whether you regret it or not, that's your life that you live, but who are you today? Everybody got to have a story to tell. Right. It ain't about sitting up here saying like, oh yeah, I was king of the jungle back then, oh yeah, I did time, whatever. All right, now what? Then what? What the fuck is that telling me? Who are you today? So did you get better from that? And also, are you trying to make the community better? So definitely always been a part of community programs, peer leadership. Shout out to Lenny Jackson, Charlie Rose. Hope to have Charlie Rose up here sooner than later. Director of City Year. So it's a lot, well, being a student's a City Year, let me get his title correct. But either way, so it's a lot of stuff that happens in the neighborhood that is either unseen or untalked about, right, or unheard. So it's like this is a type of platform that we want to give everybody a shout out. We want to give everybody a chance to say, okay, this is what it was, this is what it is, but where are you at today and how do you want to see the community left different than when you was brought up?
Right.
So
just trying to give back, man. We took, myself, I took a lot from the community. Just trying to give back, man. It's trying to set up a platform because I did it all. I just realized it wasn't for me. Everybody else can fake the funk like they king of the jungle and they was meant for that. Shit was never meant for me, and I realized the hard way. I mean, I stood up. I ain't told on nothing. I did a lot of this shit, but everybody who was really in it knew that it wasn't me. I just went down the road and shit that was unfavorable, and I made it though. You know what I'm saying? Still made it through, and just want to give back. That's all. That's our goal. I mean, if something else come with it, some money or something, I'll take it. But we just try to give back to the community, man. You'll see a lot of community people on this show, people in the city.
But also stories just to be told. Like, the way we live our life, we always felt that if we had a camera on us, people would enjoy that conversation. So a lot of this stuff, you'll see that we freelance, whatever. We might start off with a topic and we might go off because, like, literally, we're just like you. We're just sitting here kicking it. So comment, put that in the comments like, yo, listen, I like the way y'all said this, that, and the other, or I would love for you all to talk about this. So whatever it is, man, like, in fact, I'm about to jump into something right now, like what happened to me earlier today.
Yeah, if you have something to offer, leave a comment. You can come on, leave a number or whatever you would like, and you might be the next guest on the podcast. So that's what we mean by comments too, not just on the pod itself, but maybe you have some special talent or you've helped somebody in the community. I don't care if you helped a little boy or a cat down the tree or something. You might make some room for you out here.
Yo, stories made to be told, not to be
sir.
told, but here we go. Now, earlier, this is what I was talking, kicking it with my people. Said, y'all might hear some people in the audience that's kicking it with us, man. But right now, they're giving us our leeway to just get these little combos off. But I wanted to show you, well, before I show you the picture, sitting at the crib, order dinner, from a little sandwich shop up the street. I ain't gonna shout out their name, but order a little steak and cheese sandwich. I open up the sandwich. This is what the hell it looked like. I ordered a steak and cheese. All I got was cheese and bread. There wasn't no steak on this mug. I'm like,
damn, what's that? The
one
vegetarian
side,
special?
One side, it looked like they tried to scrape off some shit off the spatula. Like, let's go ahead. Let's try.
Show the people that shit.
It's possible. Let's see if they can see that. Let's try to blow that up. But yeah, listen.
That's a faking cheese.
Horrible. But either way, so I called him back. Man, listen, I almost ate, bro. I was like, you know what? I called him up. Listen, I just ordered a sandwich. Start making this sandwich so when I get there, I don't have to wait for it. They're like, what was the order name, this, that, and the other? I said, I'll be there at 5. I pull up with this piece of bread, throw it on the counter, like, listen, man, like, look at, how could y'all let this get wrapped up? Who let this out the back of the sandwich shop with this? So I'm kind of elevating my voice, and I'm like, the chicks at the young ladies at the desk, like, okay, calm down, we got you. The guys in the back, like, okay, give it here, I'll take care of you. So the lady says, okay, calm down, like, we heard you, we got you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. Then she said, well, I don't like the way you swore at me. I said, when did you hear me swear at you? Like, tell me when I'm sitting right here, I'm angry, like, y'all don't have no meat on my sandwich. Tell me when I swore. She said, oh, on the phone. Well, tell me when I swore at you on the phone. Oh, when you said this fucking sub. I said, when I said this fucking sub, and you call that swearing at you? Everything in me just want to. It's a family-owned business. I've been going there. It's great restaurant, great sandwich shop, deli. They got it all. And this is somebody's daughter. I'm pretty sure a father, uncle, grandfather, all of them in there. And it's like, it took a lot for me to kind of reserve myself, like to not flip on it, like, because if I said this fucking sub, I'm sitting up there angry and heated. That's not swearing at you. If you want me to swear at you, I can show you how I can swear at you.
Yeah.
But I also seen the guys in the back, like, telling her, like, go ahead, like, yo, we got him. Like, what do you want, sir? Like, what do you want on your sandwich? But I was so heated, I turned around and started, like, walking, just trying to get my thoughts together, like, what's my next move? Like, do you flip? Like, anyway, so the guy was in the back, like, listen, I can't make your sandwich unless you tell me what you want on it. So I turned back around, and I told him, boom, boom. And I said, you know what, make me some fries with that shit, too, because the fries I was going to eat are probably cold now, so.
The fries look good, though. Why didn't you take the fries?
Because the fries, like, wifey had the cheeseburger basket, so I was going to get some of her fries. It ain't like we was, but anyway.
That was the cheeseburger basket, Tim. The cheeseburger basket was good?
Yeah, well, by the time I got back, that was a done deal. But that led into how we kick it is like customer service these days. So, like, we actually going to turn that into what we call the Master Uncovered Question of the Night. So, boom. Customer service. Do we think that, because I actually speaking to my wife, like, what if my wife went up there and brought the sandwich back? How would they have treated her? Me going up there, do men act the right way? You know what I mean? Because, man, if I went up there flipping, whatever, and like now the cops and all that. So with customer service, first of all, do men or women, when they go up to a spot or when they have issues, are they treated a certain way? Do they behave differently? But then how are they treated from the other side? So whether you at a sub shop, at a Meineke, at a dealership, at a 7-Eleven, whatever it is, what's your take or what's your feeling on customer service with male and female? You could go from either point of view from that.
Shit, that's wide.
Yeah, take it where you want. I mean, we just kicked it tonight.
Was her reaction to you, towards you, generational?
To me, it felt more entitlement.
Is that generational?
No, not. Yeah.
It's a
my
family-owned
opinion.
business?
Our generation, yeah.
My opinion is no.
No,
Because-
her generation.
Her generation is
He's not saying it was drained down from her uncles and
No, but her
parents
generation
of
definitely is in
of
the
the
sense
deli.
of-
You just saying like her age wise.
Yes.
She's a young
So,
girl.
Like her father and whoever else was in the back was already trying to handle it a different way. Her generation was like, "Fuck you, man! Eat your fucking stuff." Like,
Yeah, she just come out like.
Right.
I get that and understood the question, and again, I'm gonna answer it the same way. I know exactly what he's asking, and this is what I'm saying, is I really feel like it's entitlement, right? So, a lot of people got their big boy drawers on, or a lot of women got their big woman panties on, if you got that thing behind you, right? So, I really felt like she's in an establishment where this is her home. And she felt that she can talk to me any kind of way. Now, I think if I was an older, different color, a Caucasian person, she'd have treated me differently. Because again, I didn't swear at her. I said, this fucking sub. At some point after I talked to her for a few minutes on the phone, after they put me on hold when I first called, after an hour wait when we first called to order the food at 5, they said it's gonna be an hour wait. We waited till 6. But either way, so with all of that said and done, my frustrations was my frustrations, right? So now we get back to customer service. When I walk into your establishment and you dealt me bad business, I'm opening up and I'm showing you exactly. I ain't take no bites. I showed y'all a picture of the sandwich. It's flat out open. That should have never left the business. So now her only job working here at this establishment should have been like, yes, we screwed up. We apologize. And this customer is angry. Now, I'm not swearing, cussing nobody out. I'm like, how did y'all let something like this from behind that grill? So I'm still asking these questions, and it's kind of like, okay, well, shut the fuck up, and we're
Yeah,
gonna handle
bad
it.
attitude. You hear
When,
yourself? You hear
and what I
yourself?
mean by that is like, that ain't generational. That is just this female, because she wasn't 18. She's she's 25 plus. So, might not be 30, but she's at least 25, right? And like I said, I've been going there for at least 15 years. And I've seen her in that establishment. So she actually could be older, but either way, she's 25 plus.
It's a small business too, right?
Small business
Neighborhoods
home.
too?
Yep.
So
Well,
you
it's
gotta
not
expect that.
necessarily like, no, a well established, like in Avon, Mass. Like,
Yeah,
so it's not,
but-
but it's home owned, but like, I'm telling
But
you.
what
like,
I'm saying is, it's probably family based. Her father probably was like, "Man, come do this shit, hustle." She don't want to be there. She want to be with the girls, chasing a nigga or some shit. So she don't have any customer service. You compare that to a corporation where they train customer service. So it's
Good
what
point.
where you go and what you get too. You know, you got to expect some of that
But-
side stores, side restaurants.
great
You
point,
deal
but
with
that actually
some hood, huh?
stands taller with my comment that I think that it wasn't nothing to do with generational. I think that it was because, no, I know exactly what you said, entitlement, because again, I've been there many a times. She's taken my order. I've called Ratty sitting up there at noontime getting a sandwich. I've ordered there for dinner. I'm talking about 15 years plus.
And she's been
They
great.
all know me.
And she's been great.
So when this happened, like I said, everybody in the back, all the men, that was the chef that was cooking in the back, because it's a little window where they cook in the grill, and then the young ladies is up front. The men were already like, I got you. Hand me the sandwich, throw that away, what you want, what you need. She's the one that said, and I don't like the way that you swore at me. They was almost trying to reach through the little window to push her away, like, yo, go ahead, like, yo, I got it. And I'm like, when did I swear at you?
Is that fair for her to say? Now, even though you didn't swear at her, but swearing like, was it fair for her to match your energy?
No.
No.
Nowhere near, because I've been in operations for over 20 years, and when you provide a service and you fail at providing that service, you have to expect someone says, I don't like the way that you failed at providing me the service. So you know what you have to do? You have to sit on that back end and you have to eat that, because this is how I eat. Your service allows me to make a living.
Okay, now, how much of that shit do I have to eat? Like, I failed at this service that I'm providing. Now, are you allowed to physically assault me?
No.
So I'm asking, so what's the line? Can you curse me out?
No. In some aspects, yes, but in some aspects, depending on, I would say in some aspects,
It's about letting
physical.
them know that you're not satisfied. You know
Is
what I
there,
mean?
is there a nice way to do that?
Could you have handled that situation better?
Thank you,
This.
Hollywood.
No, but see,
Go
but
ahead.
that's the thing. That's where be a professional comes in. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna get people that swear.
Thank you,
So
sir.
now you gotta be professional.
Thank you,
about
sir.
it. You know, I'm sorry. You know, that's what.
How do you
that's
become
customer
professional when you never
But-
trained to be
Swallow.
professional?
But-
She was never professional.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta swallow some shit.
But
Especially if you know,
Especially if you're a
you're
girl.
with this company, you're trying to help make this company thrive. So if somebody's upset and you can clearly see that the product that they got is not up to standards. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What did you want to
But
say?
that's why I was going with your initial thought of, is it generational? Because we come from the school of the customer is always right. So even if somebody does come in and they are agitated about whatever the service was that was done, based on how I respond to that, could calm that person down. So if someone's angry, they spent their money, you got your money 100%, but the service I got wasn't at 100%. So for you to have a bad reaction to how I'm coming in and addressing the situation, you're making the situation worse. So it is generational, in my opinion, because her job was to make sure that the customer walked out satisfied. And she chose not to do that. And even the cooks in the back had to recognize she was wrong.
I'll say.
Because if we don't spend our money, they don't have no business.
Let me. I'll say two. I'll say two things, right, to combat off of that. The first thing I'll say is that she has to be professional because she works at establishments. I don't have to be professional as a customer.
Right.
That's the first thing. The second thing is,
Can I give you
if this,
pushback on that?
Right.
and then I was just gonna say the second thing, and then the second thing is, if this happened at noon when there was one older cook back there, maybe an uncle or grandfather, somebody else, two other people or something like that, I guarantee you she wouldn't have reacted that way. But on a Friday night, a loaded place, they had all hands on deck. So I could obviously tell that some of the men back there were obviously uncles, fathers, something like that. Like I'm talking about one guy definitely was on, when he spoke, she moved. Like, because at some point I was conversing with her, like, okay, like, now what are you talking about? When did you say that? And then, older guy was like, oh, listen, don't worry about giving me a cent. Then one guy came and was on some mess, like, listen, he was talking to her. I seen him saying whatever to her, and she just moved. So now, if she didn't have that type of background, would she have behaved that way? That's why I said it was more entitlement than generation. So now, and then I'm done with that. I just wanted to get off because y'all want to comment on that.
All I'm saying is, based on where you went, the restaurant, back to the question, do you think you could have handled it better than you did? Not jumping on you saying you handled it wrong,
Right.
but knowing that she was inexperienced and this is not fucking legals or something and it's a small business trying to grow and you've never had a problem there ever, do you think you could have handled it better yourself, the situation, in the teaching moment? Like
Nowhere
teaching
near. Nowhere near. I feel that I handled that situation because I've done stuff in the past where I overreacted so fast that I've learned over time how to take a step back. A lot of people know me. I know myself differently today. So bump how anybody else know me. I know myself differently today from things I've done in the past, overreacted.
Right.
So the one thing I know about myself is I take a deep breath. I analyze situations. And like she said, when I first called, how angry I was when I'm sitting down there, and I actually was gonna, ask like, hey, can I send a picture of the sandwich and this, that, and the other? But as I'm calling, then they put me on hold, whatever. I'm fed up because I'm at a point where I'm ready to eat. and stop my night up. And they don't know that, but I do. And then the only thing she could say to me is at one point at the end of the conversation, I said, this fucking sub, when I tell you the reservations and the reserve that I had for myself, to not only flip on the phone to anybody that answered the phone, but once I got there, I still behaved. And then, man, I didn't walk in there like, who the fuck did this?
I get that, yeah.
I know how to behave.
No, but you not directed to swear to her, but why can't you saying fucking sub be offensive to her? Why can't that be offensive? The word fuck, you don't know her religion or whatever.
Correct.
Not saying.
Correct.
So how do you know that couldn't have initiated the whole situation? You
Because-
saying fucking sub.
Because when she turned around, she said, you know what, okay, we got you. She said, and don't swear at me again. I don't like when you swear at me. And I said, swear at you? When did I swear at you? She said that I said this fucking sub.
Right.
So first and foremost, anybody that knows anything about swearing at somebody, me saying this fucking sub, is not swearing at you at all. And especially where we're from, and especially what I could have done, especially what I could have said, especially how I could have acted, you're saying the only thing I said was this fucking sub, and I'm supposed to, so when you ask the question of, would I take anything back?
Yeah.
There's nothing I would have taken back. I don't think I overreacted. And then when she said that, I still didn't overreact. I still didn't say, are you fucking kidding me? Bitch, I will tell you something. So I still did. Now, had I done that, I'd have been like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have to went off the rails like that.
Right.
So there's nothing that I feel.
But fucking sub could have, like, she's like not saying right or wrong, but fucking sub could have put her into a mind where nigga, everything's going wrong after this. This motherfucker is swearing at me. You didn't even know directly you didn't, but fucking sub could have teed her off, is what I'm saying. Do you think that was a bad choice of words by saying fucking sub?
No.
Not blaming you at all.
No. But I hear what you're saying. No, I still
You don't think so? Okay.
But these, it is definitely a generation gap, you know, with the person he was dealing with. Because I've been in that place of
The same place?
1,000 times. Yes, it's definitely a generation gap, and unlike us at that age, these younger generation of kids, you know, they all in their feelings. Like, you can't tell me that this was the first time a customer ever came into this establishment that wasn't happy with a service that they received.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
they don't know how to really deal with things and process things. And the way to combat that is not to pretty much chastise a customer that's paying money to pay your check. That's not how you handle that.
Right.
You know what I mean? If she felt that, you know, she couldn't handle that situation, or he was just too upset and she couldn't deal with it, it was a way for her to remove herself out of the situation.
True.
Because there was another person at the counter
True.
that
True.
was calm, cool, and collected.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate
I
because
understand that.
you could have made it a teaching moment too. You might have been able to be smooth with it, but like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have swore. I didn't
for
swear.
me,
I didn't
don't
swear
deal-
at
I
you,
don't
sweetheart.
deal with
I shouldn't have swore. But this is how you do things. You could have made
Almost-
it a teaching
But you
moment
know
too.
what?
Almost
I don't
went
deal
over.
with- I don't deal with
My
phones
first
at all.
thing was I was thinking generational gap,
Yeah.
but I remember hearing other stories. I don't even think it's a gap. I don't think it's the people. It might be you two. Because I remember the fish story too.
Yeah.
That she was the older Chinese lady y'all was flipping on.
Yeah.
Oh, you got hold on. You niggas is
It might be you.
you niggas is cereal orders? Like, come on, hold on. Like, trash finish talking.
No, it's not just the fish story either.
Oh man.
Defense has a lot of problems
When it comes to the food.
when it comes to ordering food.
Because
This could be a whole other
man, don't look at me for no sympathy. Let the audience talk first.
We're not going to get into all of it. But
That-
there's definitely a correlation.
So that was a good question when I said, is it something he felt he
But
could
you
have.
know what it is? I'm just gonna speak for me.
It's him, huh?
Yeah.
No. Samson's a man.
Yeah.
No, I had my moment.
Was Will Smith wife?
Oh man, come on, Jada. Come on, Jada.
Tam in the house.
So burn the fish. They give you bad fish. You got it.
Damn, like, you gonna let that bitch talk to you like that?
Shout out to Will Smith, nigga. I got your back, Will.
Oh, this is changing directions now, nigga.
Nah.
Tim, let me find out, Tim.
That's what they sent me some bad fish. They cook right.
You niggas go around the city getting free meals?
Listen, let me tell you. Like I said, I can only speak for me. I am I have a zero tolerance for shitty customer service. Period.
Me too.
If I'm paying my money, you're getting my money at 100%. Period. I'm not going to shortchange you your money. You asked me to pay this amount, this is what I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that what I'm paying for, I need to get. And if I don't get that, first of all, I don't even deal with the flunkies. The first person I want to talk to is the manager.
Right.
Because I'm not satisfied.
Right.
And they need to rectify that. Because you're gonna get my money in full, so I don't have time for your lip, I don't have time for the sidebar conversation, I don't have time for the excuse you're about to give me. My money is coming to you 100%. And I demand the customer service. And if I don't get it, it's gonna be a problem. Because I've addressed plenty of people in Dunkin' Donuts and Walmart. Because I have a problem. Yes, I have a problem because it irritates me. Like if I ask you for something and I'm paying you, it's not like you're doing me a favor. We're not friends where you're hooking me up.
Right.
I'm paying for something.
Right.
So because of that, I deserve to get what I paid for.
And don't they deserve that more at Targets and Walmarts? Like if you're in the hood, if I go to UG's and it's a kid from Orchard Park, you know what I'm saying, grown, he's trying, he's getting a job, but he still has that attitude. Don't you think in that situation I can make that a teaching moment before I cause a situation where he quits and he gives up?
Right,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's why I said for me, I don't deal with the individual.
but he still might get fired after you talk to the manager.
He could, but like, I'll just tell you this, it's a difference in if I'm going in and the person that's cashing me out or whatever it is they're doing, if they're young.
Right.
Because, we have young children, you know what I mean? So I can understand, somebody may be afraid or really not know how to handle a situation if somebody's coming in angry.
Right.
So the way that I would approach the manager is it's not their fault. I just need you to assist with the situation.
That's right.
But if they're my age or older, you know what it is.
That's what I was getting at.
I'm not even dealing with you at all.
Right.
I need to have a conversation with the manager so they can take care of it.
Because that's the direct problem. Like
exactly.
You got this.
You're the problem.
Got you.
So my thing is, when you get a job, no matter what, you get the job for, what we fail to realize is you get trained.
You don't get trained
You know what I'm
at
saying?
UG's.
So as far as customer service,
You don't get trained at Joe's.
before you go and do that job, you're supposed to get trained. They're supposed to train you. You know what I mean? To handle certain, situations or whatever. So if a customer is disgruntled or whatever, then you should have been trained to handle that. And even if you can't handle that, you know what? I'm sorry, let me go get a manager.
Right.
But you're not trained at Poppy's
You don't try
Pizza.
to handle that on your own line. Fuck you. You gonna take that sandwich, you're gonna fucking eat it. No, I'm sorry. Let me go get a manager. We'll see.
I get it, but at Poppy's Pizza they don't train you. Is what I'm saying. Nigga, you get that gangbang just did 10, 5 years, DYS, all that shit, and he's coming to work. Poppy ain't training you.
If
That's what I'm
this girl at this establishment felt offended by your words, did she have a right to say it to you? Was she well in her rights to voice her opinion?
Always. I'll be an idiot to say somebody shouldn't voice their opinion.
But you got upset with her because she was upset with you.
Know what? What I'm upset about is, right, if she was upset
He paid
with the
money for a
worst,
service.
I'll tell you, this is what really aggravates me. If she was upset with the way I spoke on the phone, when I walked in the door, she would not have greeted me. She would not have taken a sandwich. She was one of 2 people at the front desk looking at it like, I agree with you. This is not something we should have served. as I'm carrying on, enough, we're gonna take care of it. And I don't like the way, so,
You could argue that
so
with
what I'm
a bit of
saying
professionalism.
is, if I bothered you on the phone, and I said this fucking suck, when I walk in, hey, oh, you're the person that said that. Like, I don't like the way that you said that to me. If that bothered you, you see what I'm saying?
Well,
Tell
that's
me.
not fair.
But that's
Well, listen what I'm saying. This is, if I bothered you, if I said something on the phone, what you said that I said, that, okay, this fucking sucked, and that bothered you.
Yeah.
When I came in, oh, you're the person that said this. If that's your feeling, you say that now. Not in a negative way,
No,
but
that
listen,
was, you
let me
could argue
say.
like that's secondary.
No,
What's
no.
first is
No, no,
making
no.
sure we get your sandwich right.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way, in addition to us fixing your food, I didn't appreciate how you swore at me.
That's
Yeah,
one
she
way,
said that
that's,
that
that's,
tone,
that's,
that
that's,
was- it would have been received that way.
So it's like at the end of the day,
Yeah, I don't know.
if I'm,
You know
if
what I'm saying?
if I'm that person, whatever, you talk to on the phone, this fucking sucks or whatever, if I had a problem with what you said, then I'm supposed to be a professional. So now, you say you're gonna come, whatever, you want another sandwich or whatever, so at the end of the day, I'm not gonna handle that. Because I, you know what I mean? If I don't like, so-called, I don't like how you came at me, so now when you come in, well, that's the guy or whatever, let somebody else handle it. Because now I'm letting my personal feelings, you know what
the
I'm
way I
saying?
look at it, the same way T-Mac was saying it earlier, right, is this. I'm paying for something.
Mhm.
This is the barter system. Like, you're not doing me a favor. I've had this issue with several other people in my life, whatever, people look at it differently. Like, if you set up an appointment to get your car fixed, and then, whether it's your man and them, okay, listen, I'll be done by 4, so, bring your car at 4, and then you're sitting there until 5 o'clock. Or you say, listen, I'm gonna need a quick haircut, I got a show later on, whatever. Yo, be here at noon. Then you show up at your man crib at noon, and he on some shit like, I'm gonna go ahead and feed my aunts, nieces, and all this other stuff, and then I'll get to you. And you know something that's like, wait a minute. I'm not asking you to do me a favor. I could go anywhere in the world. Like, so being you have a deal.
Yeah, this is
So,
business.
Again,
And you
when
can't
you're,
word.
the one thing I always
You
feel
can
is
go
that
anywhere in the world.
when I pay for a certain service, I've been at establishments where I sit down and eat or what have you. If the food is good, I'm gonna definitely pay for the food. If the service sucks, I might make a comment, but I'm still gonna leave a tip.
Yeah.
Maybe $1 or $2, depending on how they act or what have you. Like, depends.
Man.
Now, I've had some shitty service sometimes here and there, but like if it's a wait or what have you, and it's only 1 or 2 waitresses on, that's not their fault. I'm still gonna tip them lovely. But if I see it's a fully staffed, but I just got a shitty waitress or waiter, then that's different. But you understand different concepts of what's going on in the world. I'm not an idiot to not look past just what's in front of you. So again, I ain't paying for a service, all I'm asking for. I said to the guy when he was handing me my sandwich, I said, how did I turn out to be the bad guy in the situation? Like, and the guy like, no, listen, it's all good. Like, trying to dap me up or whatever. But I'm like, y'all fucked up my sandwich. I'm coming back here, like, there's so much other stuff I could be doing, but because y'all messed up my eating, I'm looked at as the bad guy bringing y'all something that y'all should have never let out y'all shop. How am I ever? There's no way in the world
You
that
ordered
the
that
customer. You know what? They're gonna be in the highest. It sucks too because that's probably out of any sandwich shop around me,
That's one of the best.
that is the best. Like
You're gonna order
the
that.
sandwich. Eventually, a year or
That's
two
too
later,
small.
like
That situation's too small.
Nah, but I mean,
You have to
you,
get-
you can't count them out for a mistake. People make mistakes.
You ain't gonna go to
You know what I mean?
Felipe's steak and cheese and you get fucking the worst steak and cheese. So
because they are the best, I might go back. But I'll tell you like this: it's one, it's another spot. It's another spot. I'm telling you, that spot is probably 3 minutes from my crib. There's one spot that's 1 minute from my crib. And I'm telling you, I was in there one time, ordered dinner for the family, and they fucked up. We order pizza, sandwiches, whatever, and then the wings. Oh, we gave the wings to somebody else, right? Now, below that, I'm asking for like, I think marinara sauce for the wing, whatever. You know, can I get, oh, it's gonna be another 50 cents. Like I done spent over $50 right here, and you're telling me to give you 50 cents for like blue cheese and other sauce or something like that. And not only that, you gave somebody else my wings. You're asking me to sit here and wait for some wings to be made, and you're still gonna sit up here and try to charge me more money for some dipping sauces? I said you already brought it.
Chinese with the duck sauce.
Oh yes, I do. I got a Chinese story. I got a Chinese story too.
I think
I got a Chinese story
I think
too.
you're the
I
problem.
got a Chinese story too. But I'm telling you, I haven't been back to that same shop. But I'm telling you, I could throw a rock from my crib over to that spot. In fact, the name of them is on fucking Main Pizza. North
Hey, I
Main
think,
Pizza. North Main Pizza.
I think Will and Jade is the problem.
Or is that the owner trying to charge you for the extra shit? Because sometimes the workers be under pressure.
The owner was in there.
You know what I'm saying?
The owner was in
You heard
there.
him?
The husband and the wife was the one that was ringing the stuff up, right? So when she started doing that, the owner, the husband, he's coming out the back because he know I've been there many a times. Again, lunch breaks and all that stuff. Been working from home for 3 years, but now even longer than that. Been going there for 20 years. Okay, he's like, yo, go ahead and give him the sauces. And I'm sitting up here like, yo, you're really about to charge. As much as you beating all these little kids up, charging them more and more, you're not giving them the 50 cent back, whatever it is, whatever. You're getting hand over fist the money you make it. And I just spent over $50,
Wrong attitude.
and you just messed
It's a
up my,
charge for them
and you
sauces.
just messed up my wing. You didn't even sit up here saying like,
Okay, defense, you know me personally, no? You know
Yes,
me,
I
no? Okay,
Yes,
my
I do.
question to you.
A little bit.
You know me personally. Do you think that I go through these problems?
yes, I do.
Do you think you and I handle them differently?
No, I don't.
He's lying. He ain't telling
No, I don't.
He's
No,
not telling
no, I.
He's not telling the truth.
All right.
Because we all know, sir, you
No,
all
yeah. I think that
you have to.
I think that you handle them differently. I haven't been with you when you have handled them differently.
Just
Maybe
from his
once, maybe
demeanor.
once. But I think that
You're willing to die on too many hills. Like, you will die on principle for blue cheese and ranch.
We argue every day. That's why I know that. That's what I'm saying. We argue over dumb shit, so I know some of this is problems. It's his fault.
You
will.
are 100% right. Honestly, I'm not being facetious when I say that. You are 100% right. Some shit just doesn't matter.
Because, I mean, my take on it is, when you're dealing with the public, you know, you have to be a person that is able to deal with that. You know, we come in all flavors, all shapes, all sizes, all different attitudes, whatever. And the common denominator of what brought us into your establishment is that we're gonna pay you money. So my thing is, I don't want your lip. Get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go anywhere in the world and spend my money. I don't have to come and spend my money in your establishment. And unfortunately, I think when COVID set in, a lot of these people that worked in the restaurant industry specifically got a taste of their own medicine. Because now, it's shut down, it was shut down. So they had to really evaluate how they treat people. Because you're serving the public. So those managers or those wait staff that had nasty attitudes and they bringing you flat beers and they're bringing you sodas out flat and you can't get no ice water on the table. A lot of that stuff had to change.
Thank you.
When the amount of establishments started becoming limited. And to me, that's a big deal. Like when you go into an establishment, you want to get what you pay for. And I don't care about the price. Whatever the price is, if I'm willing to pay, I feel that I should have that service, period. And if I have a problem with it, I'm going to address it right then and right there. And you need to fix it.
Yeah, but
Or, is there an or?
There is no or, because you're going to fix it. You're going to fix
There's
it.
no or?
But if this the best food in the city and you got bad service, you coming back tomorrow. Some of these motherfuckers cook the best shit ever, and you're not going anywhere else because of the food or the preparation, whatever, you're gonna tolerate some bad service for good food.
I wouldn't. You'll never get it done for me.
So
You'll never get it done for me.
That's why it's
Like
individual
me,
shit.
like I'm the type of dude, like if I go into a store, it could be like a clothing store or whatever. It's like, if you don't acknowledge me, now don't get me wrong, I'm not walking in like, I'm, king, the king or whatever, but if I walk into a store,
Yeah.
you work in the store, you see me coming to the store,
Yeah.
and you don't acknowledge me,
Yeah.
I'm walking out. I'm walking
And
out.
that's why it's
I'm walking out.
individually based. Because if I want some fly shit that I know I want, and this is the place that has it, and the customer service is bad, I don't give a fuck if he acknowledges me, if he's bad. I'm getting that shit. That's me.
Now,
That's tough.
here's the flip side to what
One
you
at a
said.
time. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
You feel the same, right, sir? I'm getting that shit. I don't give a fuck about what this.
Acknowledge me.
You don't have to with
You know what I'm
me.
saying, though? Now, I walk into
Marshall.
Gucci. I walk into Gucci, and you run up to me like, "How can I help you?" What the fuck, man? You think about the skills?
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Niggas gonna flip it, right? Right,
I feel
right.
that, but it's like,
Yeah.
man, come on.
When I go to Marshall, you don't say nothing to me. I got a problem.
Shit, you know what I mean? I'm
I'm
walking
with
to the
Jigga. I'm
store.
with Jigga.
You got workers up in
I'm
here.
with
They
Jigga.
see me.
I'm with Jigga.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta run up to me. Just do this at least.
I'm with
At
Jigga.
least let me know that you know that I'm in here.
Wow.
Don't
just-
just look at me and just be like,
I was just in
no,
the
because
store.
I was just a customer. I could be that motherfucker that's gonna come up here and buy everything.
I was just in the store.
I could
I'm
be
with
in
you,
here
Jigga.
buying, to buy everything. I got $5,000 I want to spend.
I know where I went. Know where I went? I went to
Right,
Laces.
you know what I'm saying?
This is a spot called Laces that's now in the Westgate Mall. Exclusive sneakers. I walk in, I'm looking at the sneakers, what have you. Some dude walks in 5 minutes later. It was somebody that was sitting down. I didn't know what they was on their cell phone and got right up, was like, "Yo, can I help you?" Whatever. The dude was on whatever he asked. They didn't have it, he left.
Yeah.
Then they're like, "Oh, do you need something?" I was like, "Well, I thought I did. Like, I didn't even know you worked here."
I'm good.
Like, I've been in here 5 minutes, like, yo, as soon as I walk
You can't
in,
get my money.
like I'm sitting up here looking at, yo, can I help you with something? And you
But
know
does that
exactly.
stop you
So
from...
I spend that
if-
450
if-
with
if-
them,
if-
I spend it
If what you
somewhere
want
else.
is in
Out
that
of there.
store, does bad customer
Somebody else
service, be honest. No, be honest. Does bad customer service stop you from getting... If I've been to 30 stores in the city, and this store has what I want, I'm going to the all-white affair. Now, hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm going to the all-white affair event. This store has what I want, but it's bad customer service. I'm not getting my shit. Like, be honest. I know everybody got principles and all this dumb shit y'all talking, but if you need them motherfucking Air Forces or whatever, be honest. Are you getting them or you walking out and you going to the all-white affair look like a bozo?
I'm walking out.
Okay.
So again,
I'm
what
walking
I'm
out.
gonna say, what I'm gonna
I'm
say,
getting them fucking Air Forces.
And that's me.
I know, yeah.
I'm walking out, yo. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm here to spend money, yo. You know what I mean? So
Not
it's
me.
like,
Not
I'm
me.
here to spend. So
Not
I
me.
walk in and another person walk in and
I
go
could-
to the next
Not
person.
me.
but
I'm
now-
getting Air Forces.
I
So I'm out of here.
can't bump all the past this and the other. I'm gonna tell you that experience right there in Laces. They had the powder blue
Yeah.
Jordans for $450. I ended up finding them for $400. Now I'll wear them next week. Y'all see the picture and all that on. And in fact, I got a picture right there on my list. Either way, what I'm saying is, so all I'm saying is, in fact, you seen them on my feet at my own cookout. But either way, all I'm saying is, ended up saving $50 by not fucking with them. Like y'all sitting up here,
Yeah.
like
It ain't a
no.
guarantee. That's a good story.
It ain't a
That's
kid.
good
Well, that's what I
ending.
said. That's what I
That's a good
said.
ending.
I said I can't tell you about all the other stories, but I can tell you what happened. Fuck. That's why I said bump the past, whatever. And I'm telling you something that just happened within a month ago. Well, the 4th of July. So the beginning of July.
It worked out. It worked out. That's all.
I mean, honestly, to Scott's point about, if I see something in there, would I walk away
But
or
you
not
have to
based on, customer service? It depends on who owns that store.
Meaning.
Meaning that if it's black owned, I might deal with some bullshit. Because I wanna support my people regardless.
Right.
But if they Asian or if they white, I don't have tolerance for them at all. Like my level of patience with them is already on a different level, only because I feel like they already mistreat us so bad that we don't get the proper respect. So like, you know what, I'm not a frequent your establishment, but if it's black owned, I might tolerate some bullshit.
And all I'm saying is be honest, because sometimes if you see what you want,
when I give you my money, that money's not coming with bullshit.
but we don't always be honest just because it's a podcast. If I'm going to a spot and I know what I want to wear, and this store has what I want to wear to finish this shit, I'm getting it. Like, we're not always going to be honest. I'm getting that shit.
You walked into the sneaker store.
You are
And
getting
he
that.
asked you second. You were first, but he asked you second. Oh, can I help you? And that was enough to piss you off.
Well, because I was in there 5 minutes before the guy came in, too.
You big whoop!
So I'm looking around.
Now that's disrespectful.
You know, I'm looking around.
Is
Yo, I was
that
listen.
enough to not to deter you from getting what you want?
You acknowledging everybody else.
I'm not saying that
Acknowledge me.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't still purchase whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come with some lift.
Yeah, it might get a discount or something. Yeah. You might get the same discount. Okay. That's fine.
This is not how you treat a customer.
That's fine.
You know, I'm gonna let you know that when I came in, you didn't acknowledge the fact that I was here. You did offer me assistance, but you just so happened to look up from your phone when this person came in. And I have a problem with that. And the way that I act, I may have even interrupted when that person would have came in and they would have been like, oh, you need some, I'm like, oh, no, listen, I was here first.
Right. That's a
Tell Will Smith.
Yeah, listen. No,
You should get a seat.
I've done that too. Interrupted some people. I can tell you a story about that where I interrupted some people. But I'm gonna tell you, like in that situation, no bullshit. I made it known. I still made it known. I said, why? I didn't even know you worked there until you went and helped them out after I've been there. Like I'm literally sitting here. There was a female on top of that was sitting down in the middle of the store. When you walk in the Laces and the Westgate Mall, you could see everybody. If you're sitting right here, you see anybody that's coming in. I walk right in. So like you on your phone, you're up and down, whatever. I'm literally looking at this whole wall. I'm looking at it. And somebody else walked in, and this dude sitting up here doing one of these, and it was like, oh, like yo, can I? All I see is the interaction. And he's out there, was like, yo, like, did you need help or something? And I'm like, I had no idea you even worked there.
Okay,
like,
now that we established that this person works here. What's the problem? Like, now you can get your sneakers.
Why would I? Okay, so my thing is this, right?
Hold on. You're not getting that commission and shit. No, you're not getting nothing.
Yeah, see, me and Jigga on the same page. All right, I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Sorry, I'm going to the next.
When you're in a business and someone's like The Wire, that's one of my favorite shows. Y'all always probably hear me go back and forth to The Wire, right? Well, this show called The Wire, right? Like, D'Angelo said, like, yo, why do we have to sell it like that? We can't. You got to beat up the dope fiends, whatever. You got to talk to them like that. Why it just can't be regular business? So when you're serving somebody, when you have a product that needs to be sold, you're supposed to treat them, or you at least have the idea that I need you to make me. Like, these people don't need me. Like, in other words, if I'm selling sneakers, drugs, anything, like, if I don't have TV, anything, we need the viewers. So even if I did a movie, I can't come out and be like, yo, this movie sucked, I just made a movie. So I need the viewers. So all I'm saying is that with customer service, stand with that. Staying with customer service. No. But staying with the customer service is that you need the customer, no matter what field you're in. You do not survive without the customer. Right. So you're supposed to treat the customer like they're worth something. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't, the customer can go anywhere else.
But if I got the best sneakers in the world, the best food in the world, if I lose you, not that I want to lose you, this shit is selling off the hook. It's a million niggas in line to get here. So if I lose you, some motherfuckers is established where they don't give a fuck what you just said tonight. They gonna
That's the
profit,
problem.
is what I'm
That's the
saying.
problem. I agree with
Everybody
that.
wants, I think every business owner wants to provide good customer service.
But they miss
I
it.
just didn't think, like that is the last of this issue we talked about, the shoe store, was enough to warrant leaving.
But that's where it
Right.
starts. If that person is allowed to get away with that over and over, like how bad do you think
So-
customer service eventually will be?
Well, I mean, well,
Like,
he's
it's
not
not
college
so
educated, like,
No,
you know how to
it's-
read, like,
it's
you can
not.
look, and then just be like, okay, now I know what I want. I need this in a 14.
Spot on. That's my man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, what the problem is when somebody else walks right through the door, and now you start entertaining them. Now, if that other person walked in and they had to do what I was doing, no problem at all. I don't have a problem.
They just missed you. It wasn't like they were purposely ignoring you.
I'm definitely easy to miss. I am definitely easy to miss. Definitely easy to miss.
Was it racial?
No.
What was it then? It was just a girl.
And you left?
Man, listen. I had that mother. Listen.
showed them.
Listen. Y'all got these, go in the back. Y'all got these, go in the back. Y'all got these, go in the back. You got these, go in the back. Okay. Oh, so you do have these? All right, I'll be back.
I think
Now you got to work. Like now, I'm not getting nothing from you, but like now,
Why?
what? Why? So
see,
hold on. All right, so I can't ask that question.
No, not if you just being facetious.
But
Yeah, like, no, like, now you're just being.
so now I'm the bad guy again. Hold on, so let's back up.
Don't play the game.
Let's back up.
He was grown up, nigga.
Let's see, Rabbit.
No, he was the problem.
What you see?
You ain't
See
gotta
how-
do all this.
Now I'm the problem.
Yeah. Heck nah. Let me know. Just
How?
let me know that.
How am I now the problem?
Don't play the game with them going back like if it was bad customer service, it's bad customer service.
So let them off the hook. I don't need to do nothing.
Make your decision on what you're gonna do. Don't send them back and forth, get this size, whatever. And don't play that same playground game they playing. Like you look just as bad as this.
Okay. So, no. Okay. So watch this.
Yo, Jaden, really,
Watch this. No. Watch this. Nah, no bullshit. It's laces up the way Westgate Mall. Right? But listen. So listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'll edit it out. I'll edit the name out. It's blur and but either way.
If somebody walk into your establishment, you're at least gonna do this. At least let them know that you know that they're there.
But you get cocky.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if I'm the best that ever did it with this thing, you get cocky sometimes.
Cocky.
If you
get
could,
cocky.
well, okay, so
cockiness, you ain't getting my money.
so what? It's 1,000 niggas who want to get in. You talking too much anyway. It's 1,000 niggas behind you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's a good thing, but what does that mean?
But you're not gonna get.
I get it, but what does that mean to the
But
establishment?
if I own that establishment, I can get cocky. But my employees
Could never get
motherfuckers
caught.
gonna take care of my customers.
But you might have the best sales agent on the floor and he gets cocky. You ain't gonna fire him, but you ain't gonna fire him. He brings you.
Take care of my customers.
Okay,
The
yeah.
kid at the person that laces wasn't cocky. It was just being a damn.
Oh yeah, I'm past him. He needs counseling. He needs counseling. I'm past him. I'm trying to work with him. I'm trying to work with him and Tammy. He needs counseling. Jada got hope. It's hope for Jada.
Just because you're cocky,
Yeah.
that don't mean you ain't supposed to have good customers.
No, I'm not saying. I know.
You're supposed to treat every fucking customer like they're the first customer
Right.
that ever walked into your
But if I miss one, niggas miss free throws. Shaq miss free throws. So if I miss you, that's what I'm saying.
But most of the time, a lot of the time, it ain't no I miss you. There's motherfuckers will see you walk, they'll watch you walk right.
Yo, I'll say this.
Yeah,
Right? I'll say this.
They don't go over there to
Nah,
that.
I'll say this, right? Because, like you said, right? No bullshit.
My dog on the wall. So what y'all niggas got?
No bullshit, right? no bullshit, like you said. Somebody got an establishment, was very popular.
Yeah.
But anybody that knows in business, everybody means something, right? So once you start treating one person one way, now I tell my friend, I tell my son. So in other words, you establish everything that you was doing up here, everything, yo, karma's a mug. Like, yo, you can't treat just because you think that you're here, you could easily go here. So you always have, when you're in the customer service business, you have to treat every customer like they are. What happened with Oprah when she sat up there trying to do, they treated her like, oh, listen, this black woman. So it happens all the time, right? But it takes somebody to always stand up. Somebody, they don't know if we got 100 followers.
It's bad situations. That doesn't crumble the whole life. Jordan, I don't give a fuck if a nigga. Jordan's always gonna sell. So don't say you're gonna be like. They're always gonna sell. So if a customer, if an employee fucked up once, that ain't gonna stop Jordan from selling.
In your opinion, that's all.
It's in my facts.
I'm just saying.
All
I'm saying is, if something got leaked,
I'm talking about Jordans right now. It's not opinion.
if something got leaked from the Jordan brand somehow, some way.
It hasn't, is what I'm saying. So it's still facts. Yeah, so we're talking facts, not opinions.
So, all I'm saying is, so they haven't even heard what I was going to propose.
You're right.
If we find out that Jordan was raping every child that made every pair of sneakers, then how many sneakers would Jordan sell?
Nigga,
in other words,
R. Kelly's still selling.
Yeah, says who?
You.
This shit dropped. This shit dropped so much. Right now, he's convicted.
He went for.
But either way, so like I said,
all I'm saying is,
you
man,
know that it's
be easy.
That's
all. Be easy. Be easy, shotgun.
Yo, we could take this a lot of ways, man. Yo, I love and I respect. Somebody drunk like Jigga, we capping out. Yo, so I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that came out, man. I know you wanted to take off. It's all good. And I appreciate you being here again, man. I appreciate the guest that's here. I was Skizzle, another one in the bag, man. I ain't gonna throw out that name no more. I ain't gonna throw out that name no more, but listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. No matter what, I got those sneakers. Y'all ain't want to serve, so all right.
5 stripes,
man. Yo, man, Masculine Color, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Oh, we got time for another track? What time?
Oh, yeah. Hit that track.
What is going on?
Yo, man, J Defense, man, on all platforms, man. Masculine Covered on all platforms.
Hollywood Skids.
Podcast.
We just out here having fun tonight, you know what I'm saying? Interview next week. The week after, rock with us, man. Likes, subscribe, all that. We still doing the same shit.
GQ, Beats by Hoop, y'all coming up soon. Berry Boys, y'all coming up soon.
You know
Big
it.
Man Page
Big
coming up
Spy
soon. Yo, y'all coming up soon, man.
Randy
Stay
Muhammad,
tuned, man.
we coming.
Yo, just a little bit, man, just for y'all to know, man.
Just a little
And might be back to Texas in a few minutes, man. Y'all might see some heavy hitters coming out of Texas soon.
We just trying to prolong it because the
man.
DJ fucking
Yeah,
up over
DJ
here.
definitely twisted.
DJ Trash Can.
You ain't got it
Can
right
we hit
with that?
son? God damn, play the same old one then.
Well, at least my man Prince Wu, that's gonna be Prince Wu or this
Coming from the hood, there ain't too many choices.
Oh,
That's
Lil
him?
Sin. That's why you
Oh, that's Lil Sin. Hey.
Lil Sin and Big Mike. Yo, Big Mike. Shout out Big Mike. Shout out Lil Sin. Texas finest, man. That was a good one, Randy. This is a banger too, man. It's still on. It's still on. You come on over if you want. You want to be on camera? You could have sat on camera the whole night. I know, man. Jigga, man. Yo, for real, man. Don't make either shut up, man. Yo, we gotta hit Lil Sin rip this, man. Yo, my nigga Skizzo Blizzle, man. Welcome back. I know it's been a couple of weeks. Wait till Lil Sin killing shit.
We out here. National Cover, man. We the new podcast in the hood. Shout out to This Shit Stop Podcast. What y'all doing, Dre? Fucking with Dre. Oh, damn, my girl too. Damn, I'm talking. This is shop. I can't just say that.
Oh, Machine Gun Johnny, shout it out.
Oh, shit.
With the axe on, blues on, dusty flows, spit shine shoes on. Don't play it smooth on. Nigga look like he won't jump, make a move on. I ain't above that work, the pounds I do on them. That area that come up, put the crew on. Keep it 100, never brand new on them. Set up shop, broadcast, new owner. Play music for real niggas and true stoners. For the pack leaders.
That's my dude.
From the edge to the end on to San Antonio. May his Holy Spirit rest upon you.
Gonna send about the kill list. You about to come up right now.
How real can you be on this fake planet? A lot of niggas fake ballin' and I can't stand it. A lot of fear in his eyes, so we can't manage everything that he say. Ooh,
Shout out Lil Sis.
like a crab bucket. Niggas pulling on my dreams, so I can't touch it. I try hard to make a way, but I had roadblocks. I was good with the Mac, but couldn't sell rocks. I had to find another way. I chose the microphone. Spit the pain in my music, so it hit at home. We're well connected to these streets, boy, I'm never gone. Even if you kill me now, my music lives on.
Yo, we'll see y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in, baby.